What the business is, YouTube? What the business is, YouTube? Hey, it's your boy Clarence of the Pursuit of Freedom. Hey, I'm gonna bring to you another video. Now this here, I got to go back in time a little bit to Thursday the 7th, last week. I got into this here CNET. CNET, it was doing things that I liked. It was somewhere around the middle of the day though, a little after 11, when I spotted it, when I had the chance, the opportunity to get in front of the market. And being that that's the middle of the day, I didn't want to overstay my welcome, being that I've been getting a little sloppy, getting a little undisciplined with the trading, not wanting to be overstaying trades and being there too long, you know what I'm saying? But I had pulled off the road for a quick second at a rest area to use the bathroom. I had my phone on me, so I decided I'm going to peek at a stock, you know what I'm saying? I find this one, because I got the TC2000 app on my phone. And I can always just go on Google Chrome or something like that, and y'all log into E-Trade, right? And make a trade. And you can even side by side the chart and E-Trade the same way I do with the computer, just much smaller, right? But anyway, so I get in this here CNET on the 7th at about $1.90. Now looking at the stock, see man, this here made me sick right here. Oh, way too far. I'm not gonna try to zoom back out. What I will do is just come over here a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it had pushed all the way up. It set a high up here at $1.98. You know what I'm saying? It retreated to the volume weighted average price. But the thing that kind of got me is that I see that it kind of retreated to that level once before. Now, I don't like when a stock touches or bounces off the VWAP too many times. So we got to bounce off the VWAP there. We got to bounce off the VWAP here in this area. And then you got another one right here. And I'll just go ahead on the circle that, just stick with what I've been doing right quick. Right, so you got 3 different times the stock had bounced off the VWAP, but it was actually starting to push. I see that the high day was up here at 198, so I get in at 190. Thinking that, okay, it's about to test this 198, get up over $2 on the day, and see if it could push. Now, I didn't even give it no time to try to look at no news or anything, plus I was using my phone. And for a first and last time, I'm going to try to make a trade for my phone, you know what I mean, for the first and last time. Things just didn't quite work out right. Now, I did get a partial fill of 2,876 shares, right? So you see here, I got a partial fill of 2,876 shares. In at 190, out at 194. Unfortunately, the E-Trade portfolio gain loss thing is in the screenshot. But so my original order was for 4,000 shares. I was trying to get a decent amount of shares and see if it can move just a little bit. Now, one thing that I do is, because I'm gonna bring this back down here and put that right on top there. Even the 210 was where it was at. Being that was the higher day at that time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes resistance is just that, you know, even though it ended up working out later on. But at the time when I got in right here, as it's bouncing off of the 9 and 13, pushing higher, I got in, it moved up to about 203. At that point, I had a small gain. I wasn't aiming at getting in for 2 cents gain, for 10 cents gain. But like I tell y'all a lot of times, I lock it in. You know what I'm saying? Being that the stock hadn't really done much up to that point, man. If I can get that big spike and day out of there. You see, so around $2, like it looks like $2 was resistance up to that point. I mean, of course, you got this big resistance up here, like 320. but it gapped up and it did nothing but sold off that day, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking heed to the fact that it done already showed weakness, came down, and it bounced off the VWAP for the third time. This is the third time it bounced off the VWAP. It punched up to 203. I didn't lock in gains because I was wanting more of a break of the $2 resistance level. So this right here served as a trap. That served as a trap. So I got bullish right here. And if you were buying at 203, at least for this here hour, right? Because these are 2-minute candles. You know what I'm saying? So if you thought that the stock was going to break out a 2 and it double top right there, I don't like when I see a double top. Double top is a sign of a trend reversal. It's a bearish sign, meaning that there might be some selling. And the stock started to sell. I told myself I just used the VWAP, so the VWAP was already close. It was 20 cents off, about 10 cents off of where I bought, right? So the stock had, I'm in at 190. The stock had pushed up 13 cents. It came back, and I'm out at 185 as it comes down right before it gets ready to touch the VWAP. So I'm going to get out, you know what I mean, and try to spare the loss a little bit. So, but the thing is that, you know what I'm saying? Like from my phone, it was only saying I had 2,876 shares on my partial fill, right? Now I'm using the bathroom at that time. I get back to the truck and find out I still got 1,124 shares left. Because I was like, man, let me check. I put in an order for 4,000 shares. When I check on my phone, by the time I got back to my phone, by the time I make it back to the phone, you know what I'm saying? I seen it touch that. I got a little angry because it came right back up to where I bought in at. Then it came down some more. You know what I'm saying? But just a little while later, you know what I'm saying? Like an hour later, it's up and above. And I had this here up at 210. It's up and above, and I still got shares somehow. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that, I let it climb a little bit more before I take back off. And I said, okay, I'm going to just lock in at 210 and just get on back on the road. Because being that time was getting away from it. So you see that like, oh, that's too much, 300% law of birds eye. Right, so the first 20, because like 28.76, I'm like, man, why I only got 28.76 and I put in the order for 4,000. But I went on ahead and got out, took the $144 loss, and found out that I still had 1,124 shares left. And then 20 cents later, that's up 200 and something dollars. So the average between the two, I went ahead and locked in again at 80 bucks. Just said, you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm through with that. That's straight. Make sure that's same. All right, I'm on up out of there. All right, so today's trade was in FRSX, up 12%. You know what I'm saying? Got my screenshot in here. Had to ride some pain, but I'm going to talk a little bit more again about moving averages in just a second. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up. Yeah, I might as well open that back up. I'm going to just scroll to the top because this was the number 3 stock on the day. Still up at number 3. It was somewhere in that area. Let me see where it's at in the screenshot. Okay, so it's 4 stocks on top of it. So it's like the 5th stock with that. Yeah, the number 5 stock on the day out of the massive list I got piled here to just show me the best of the best. Let's talk about the daily chart first, right? So on the daily chart, I can scroll back for some time. It's been a long time, way back over here in 2018, since the stock's price action been up here in this area. You know what I'm saying? The stock ain't that old, just a few years. It's been out since the IPO, but it's done nothing but dip off since the IPO. Now, also with that, the stock has some news. Now, I'm in the stock right after I read the news, and it's the middle of the day. I'm in Joliet, Illinois, where I was at that time. And if I can get that to slide over for me. Right? So the stock is climbing. It ran through 5, you know what I'm saying? It broke 550 because it was beneath that when I first spotted it. So it's like 11:45 Central Time, so it's 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? The breakout level was right there at 529 that it had just broke to run up to 550. It set this resistance here at 11:20 in the morning, consolidated for a couple hours. It also came down and touched the VWAP and bounced off the VWAP decently. Didn't come too close to it. It had a reaching candle I see right there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to reach down to it, but also eyeball. I had made this one bigger and bolder in my last video because I just so many different charts. I catch it close to the VWAP a lot of time. That's the 50 exponential moving average I got in purple, right? So over the process of trying to see what the news was, you know what I'm saying? It broke out from 550 and they had them pushed up towards 6. In the area of 6, it was starting to have some resistance. Now the news came out 12 hours ago. It's 8:55, so like 8 a.m. Now I didn't thoroughly understand the news. I didn't read all of it, you know what I'm saying, before getting in. But you know what I mean? Automotive Vision Systems, you know what I'm talking about, subsidiaries will begin pilot project. And I always want to highlight begin and stuff like that. Intelligent Transport Systems, a multi-billion-dollar global Japanese vehicle manufacturer, right? iNet. iNet initiates pilot project with a top global vehicle manufacturer. Now, my first thoughts when I'm reading this was like, okay, well, who's the manufacturer? Why don't you just put their name up there? So I'm feeling iffy about this thing going in, especially with the market having some chop lately. So I didn't cut into this too much. I stopped right after I read Accident Prevention Solutions. Now, being that I'm a truck driver, accident prevention, I can see the technology within this truck that I'm driving, the 2019 Freightliner Cascadia, with the adaptive cruise control and the radar on the front of the truck and all of the various sensors that's on the truck that'll even let you know if you're touching the line. So anything that'll make me feel like, okay, I could be safer, you know what I mean, in a car, I feel like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this little stock a chance and then correlate that with the daily chart, being that the stock was pushing. When I first spotted it, it was pushing. And this resistance up here is like 650. So I'm thinking, okay, I can get in from $6 and get out at 650, possibly 7 if the stock runs that much. But if it doesn't, I can get out at 650. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in right at $6 as it punches through $6, kind of like a breakout of a whole number resistance. And the stock immediately pushed up, got to like 640. Now at that time, I'm eyeballing that, and I'm looking over here at where it's at on the daily chart. How close 640 was to this here top, and that's pretty much right where this damn line is at. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it got like 10 cents away from this here red line right here. It's the same thing on, you know what I'm saying? If I let it go, it moves up, but if I bring it back down, comes back down. You know what I'm saying? So it's close to that area. It got close to this resistance that is set way over here on December the 23rd, and then it pulled back. It played with my short-term moving averages for a second, going up and beneath them, up and beneath them. You know what I'm saying? It didn't pull back. Oh, hold on. Let me go to the 1 minute chart. This thing, there it is. Okay. So it played with my short-term moving averages for a second, but look at the size of this damn selling candle. Right as it gets up here to like 638, 640, right? This damn sell candle. And like, I come down to the volume, and you know what I'm saying? I hated that because that's $5 million. That's like one person, $5.5 million sold off in that single minute. And this candle just literally ran down the same rate that I'm pulling this cursor down. It just went straight down. It took 2 seconds for it to get that low, and then it sat there for a minute. It didn't really get all the way back up. The next candle open, it's beneath my short-term moving averages. I'm getting nervous, and then you get another big, just pushing down candle. But remember, I mentioned this here 50 EMA. Now it's away from the VWAP. Also, whenever I get candles like this, I like to look and see how much cash just went in or out of the stock. And once again, that's another $5 million candle. The dollars come in over here, but 5 point something million dollars in another one of those candles. That's like telling me, like, man, this is like one seller or something. Had a big ass $10 million position. This could be an insider. I don't know, but just the way that it flushed down, you know what I'm saying? I know that that's not like, or it could be, I don't know, it could be a chat room. Okay, everybody short sale right now, but who knows, right? But it got down here to this here, and I get this first bounce, first little push off of it. And then it just kind of goes sideways. And I'm watching this thing the whole time. I'm in at $6, so I'm glad to see it come back above the short-term moving averages and get to like 6.15. It came down. I was doing laundry at the time. I was doing laundry at the time, being that I'm at a terminal. So I said, I'm going to go get my laundry. After it touched 6.15, it came back down, but it didn't get beneath this here purple 50 exponential moving average that I got on the chart. Like, it didn't come beneath that. So I said, I'm going to go grab my laundry real quick. I come back out. The stop was at about 6.25. It pulled back. It got close. It reached down and touched it, but it didn't come beneath it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to ride out a little bit of pain before this thing really started to pick up again. You know what I'm saying? Right about 10 minutes after 2, it really got to ramping up and moving. I told myself if they got above the breakout of that, you know what I'm saying, of this high that it said on the 23rd, 650, you know what I'm saying, I would look to take gains. And, you know what I'm saying, it ran above that. I got to 675. I said, I'm not even finna play with getting to $7, and I locked in the game. Went ahead and got out. The stock continued though, man. At that point, I had a low like when the stock was at 620. So I was waiting on the low. I had done told him, okay, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do laundry, but what you got? I'm folding my laundry, watching it as it's starting to creep up. And it spiked, hit 675. I get out, and this thing continued to push. It continued to push. You know what I'm saying? I see this thing hit 789 about 30 minutes ago, and I'm like, yeah, dang. You know what I'm saying? I could have took another hour, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to drive this here truck, get this change up. But from there, it just pulled back. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that with that news, it may push, and this thing honestly may have another day in it. You got a strong green candle here, even with after hours selling. Let me go ahead and open that on up. Even with the after hours selling, it didn't come too low, and it still ain't back down to $6. It's at 650, 650, 666. I don't like that number, but it's holding slightly above the resistance level that was set on the 23rd. You know what I mean? Resistance levels sometimes become support, and if that's so, I hope I have a chance to get back in this thing tomorrow, because I got 2-day trades. Right, well, I got 1-day trade now. I had 2 trades going into the day. And I'm thankful that I had the time to get in front of the market. Just trying to take advantage of something that I see while I'm in front of the market. And I was able to lock in the game. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too shabby. I might have gotten a little greedy on there. 75 cents from $6 to $6.75. Had a decent, I had 1,500 shares. They gave me the partial fill at 670, 675 as it pulled back. But as it was spiking again, it ended up going right through that number. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful because it had touched 675 and then pulled back. So I guess, you know what I mean? I don't know if luck was on my side or not, but it ended up coming back and I got all my shares out at 675. And that's all she wrote. How long have I been at? Too long already. All right, so and that is what that is. I'm gonna live the trade another day. Hey, this Pursuit of Freedom. Give me the thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to the channel. There's only more trades coming. This is something that I'm doing part-time. Whenever I get time in front of the market, spare time. And this, I think, can compete with any income out there. For real, for real. I mean, I might not see this all week. I might not see that all week driving 70 hours, and this was okay, about 35, maybe 40 minutes, and I might not see that all week. Oh, I'm gonna work all week, but I might not see that all week driving. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. This is Pursuit of Freedom. I left.